This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
Hello, crafty friends. It's Caroline. Happy New Year! It is 2023 officially, and I want to wish all of you and your families a healthy, a blessed, and a joyful 2023. This is so exciting. Fresh starts, new beginnings, and I am here today to not only wish you a happy new year, but to announce my participation in a collaboration that is hosted by Debbie Alley over at Project 39 Mini Albums. And she has put together a Crafty Goals 2023 collab. And I'm super excited about this because accountability is important for me. And I have so many ideas. My brain is just overflowing with things that I want to make or try or learn. And I don't always get these things done. And I certainly don't get them done in a timely manner all the time. I think this is going to be really beneficial for me and just being able to stay organized with what it is that I'm trying to do. Now, this collab, like I said, is hosted by Debbie Alley at Project 39 Mini Albums, and myself and Letty from Party Planner Papery, and Michelle from East Bay Stamp Chick, and Michelle Allen from A Creative Operation. We are all participating in this and have committed to posting every first of the month an update or a check-in or something having to do with the progress of our crafty goals for 2023. Now, this is an open collaboration in that if you want to share what you're doing for your craft planning or your goal setting for this year, just use that hashtag, and that way people can find your posts along with ours. The other participants I will have linked in the description notes below, and I highly recommend, if you haven't already subscribed to all of their channels on YouTube and or Instagram, please do so. That way you won't miss out on any of the amazing crafty goodness that's going on around here. Now, for today, I'm just kind of using this as a moment to introduce you to my plans for what I want to do with my little craft journal here, or my craft planner, and also kind of explain what it is that I'm doing. Now, there's no real rules with this. A lot of other people may have different goals that they're setting or different methods that they want to try to achieve those goals. I am coming off the heels of a very unexpected hiatus from my crafting community contributions here. I got sick almost 4 weeks ago with what I think was the flu, and that knocked me out hard. And then I started gradually getting even more sick and ended up in the ER, where I tested positive for both strep and the virus. And so I have just been very slowly recuperating. My voice is still not quite back to normal. I'm having to pause to cough often. So one of the things that I really want to emphasize in my crafty goals for 2023 is grace, is allowing myself that room for those unexpected things. I'm a single mom. I've got a whole gaggle of kids. It's just me. I'm working crazy hours, but I want to craft, and crafting brings me joy, and I want to make sure that I've got the time for that. So that being said, my plan is to work out of my Crafty Goals Planner specifically for my social media and craft, postings, the content that I'm creating. Because I have so many other things that I'm trying to juggle and making sure that I've got time for all of them, my intention is to have a main planner that is the one that references all of the other planners that I'm going to use. And in that one, I want to do block timing. So I want to block off time for crafting. I want to block off time for work. I'm going to block off time for house maintenance, cleaning, things like that, for chores, block off time to spend with the kids, etc., etc. And then from there, I will know to go and reference whichever particular planner goes along with that. I don't know how this is going to work. These are preliminary ideas. This is kind of where I am. So for today's video and for all of the other videos for this collab that I'm going to be doing going forward, I'm just going to focus on my crafty planner and on my content creation. And so that's what I'm working on here. Now, what do I have here? Well, I've never used Discbound albums or planners before. I've seen them, but I've never used one. And so I thought it would be fun to use a Discbound planner for this purpose, because one of the coolest things about this is that you can simply take the pages out and move them into a different section, and they just pop right in. And so I can continue to, move things around where I need them, where I want them. And the reason that that's important for me is there's a lot of different planners out there. There's a lot of methods. I don't know which one I want to use. So I want to build some flexibility in this. For me, this is going to be a very fluid process. I may completely change this by the time we reach December. I may completely change it by the time we reach February. I don't know. But for right now, this is my beginnings, and I like the idea that I can, take sections of paper out, put sections of paper back in, reorganize, and hopefully stay on top of my plans in that way. Now, the paper that I'm using for my collection is an exclusive paper line available at Country Craft Creations called Bloom Where You're Planted, and it is just gorgeous. I can't say enough wonderful things about this beautiful paper, and I think it's going to be just perfect for my planner. Along with that theme of grace, I have found a sentiment tippet on the front that says, "Be kind to yourself." This is something that you may notice I end pretty much every video with a statement that I really hope you're being kind to yourself. And there's a reason for that. I have realized recently, about a year and a half ago, that I was being enormously critical of myself, and it was not serving me well. In fact, I had to stop and ask myself, why am I saying things to myself that I wouldn't dare utter to another person or even think about another person? And that was pretty powerful for me. So the reminder to be kind to myself, I think, was really important on this. I used a piece of Craftex, which is a paper leather. It's like a faux leather. And I put some pattern paper on it. I made a little pocket in the back, and I made a little pocket here in the front. But other than that, those are the only two things I had to make. And then it was a matter of punching my holes. Now, there are many options when you are punching holes for a disc binding system. This is just one, and it's the one that I'm using. I searched on Amazon and other places a lot, and I looked at a lot of different hole punches and mechanisms, and this was the one that I felt had the best reviews that pertain to what I wanted to use it for. And I will have a link in the description notes below, but just know that there are a lot of options, and if this is something you're interested in investing in, check out and look at all the other options out there. There may be something that you like even better than this one, but it's really great. You simply open it up, place your pages in, punch it down. It's really heavy duty, and I'm so far very happy with the way that it's turning out. There was a little bit of a learning curve on knowing kind of where to set my edges, and the way I solved that is I simply overcut them, punched the pages that I wanted to use, and then kind of finessed them down to size until I figured out that placement, and then I was good to go. What I based my size on were these pieces of paper that I was able to purchase pre-punched for the disc binding on Amazon. They came in a large package like this. They are Discbound half letter dot grid sheets. And I love dot grid paper for planners and journals and things like that because I can sketch things out as well as have those orientation lines for straight writing if I would like. My original thought was to use this bullet journal, and I love bullet journals, and this is a beautiful one to be sure. But again, I didn't want to go with this because I was afraid that once I started writing out some things, I might want to change the order. And this is going to allow me to do that. When I found that these papers were fairly inexpensive and easily available on Amazon, then that sort of set me, off on my path that this is what I wanted to make. I also found in my stash that I had this pack of 12 sheets of watercolor paper. This only had 11 sheets left. I had used a sheet, so I just cut down some watercolor paper from this large pad to make up for it. And my intention with these is to place them in as the beginnings of each month. So I'll have one for January, February, March, April, etc. And they are watercolor papers. And one of my goals for 2023 is to paint more. I forgot how much I love painting. Crystal Rose over at Vividly on Paper had a collab last year where it was the Vividly Art Show, and I participated in that, got out of my comfort zone, painted, did a little mixed media thing, and remembered how much I absolutely love that. And I have been wanting to get back to that ever since that time, way back in like June or July or something. And I just didn't have the time. So again, along with the theme of this is I feel like if I'm scheduling it, if it's something that I have to do, I'm accountable to my fellow participants in the collaboration and all of you crafty folks watching this. I'm hoping it's something that I can spend some more time on. And so I do have all of these watercolor sheets ready to go. Now these are the size that they came in the package. These are 8.5 by 5.5, which is the same size as this paper, which is the same size that I cut my covers out of the Craftex. And so it's all just works together really well. I thought about adding some little tabs in here, and I don't know that I want to. I like this clean look of it. I like that it's all nice and neat and clean. I may end up adding them at the end. I don't know. But for now, this is what we're doing. And again, I just want to reiterate, all of this may change. This is a working prototype. My goal is to learn what system of planner is going to work best for me, what order of things. And then I may not stick with the disc binding next year. I may do something else, but for now, I think it's definitely going to serve my needs and help me just be a little bit of flexible in how I want to do this. Now, I have set this up with a quote on the front from Henri Matisse that says, "Creativity takes courage." And boy, I just love this quote. It's one of my very favorites. And then on the back side, I wrote a little something to journal about what the quote means to me, what my goals are with this planner, and what I would like to accomplish this year, and that I really am focusing on progress, not perfection. Now, this was all inspired by the hashtag Crafty Goals 2023, hosted by Debbie Alley's Project 39 mini albums with myself and Letty and Michelle. And if you want to join in and you use the hashtag, and we can see your things too, and hopefully share in some inspiration and some creativity with all of our fellow crafting community out here. Now, I've gone through and I've laid out what my monthly video obligations are, because I am now on not one but two design teams. The crafty collabs that I'm participating in, what I would like to be able to produce with that, and then my own personal creative goals. Now, again, this is not so much focused on, and I know other people are going to have numeric values with theirs and what they want to make, and that's wonderful. For me, I'm just at a season in my life where I need to nurture my own creativity and be kind to myself, so my focus is more on that grace for me. So my number one goal is to be kind to myself and to remind myself that comparison is the thief of joy, and my journey is my journey, and to own that and to have appreciation for that. I want to listen to my heart and not force an idea and let the design bloom organically. I have a whole bunch of projects that are in a junk box because I was trying to force something that was not, that wasn't true to myself. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have an idea and we begin with it. And for me, I'm trying to learn that it's okay to walk away from something that's not, feeling like you're really following your heart to complete. I want to use what I have. At least once a month, I want to try to smash a full paper pad. I don't know if this is going to happen, but it is a goal and it's something I would like to work towards. Progress, not perfection. Again, I can't say this enough. There is value in the mistakes. And back to that quote, that Matisse quote, it takes courage to be creative. It takes courage to do something that you haven't done or you're not great at yet, right? And add that yet to it. Have that growth mentality, right? We're just in the process of it. We're in progress, and that's okay. And then at the end, I want to focus on finding joy in the journey. That's very important to me. I've gone ahead and put together a year at a glance where I took some of the numbers and statistics and things I needed to do on my video obligations over here. And I'm sort of sketching out throughout the month when those videos and when those postings are going to be. And again, work in progress. We'll see how this goes, but I like being able to have that sort of, macro view of my year at a glance. A big part for me is making sure that I'm keeping an eye on my social media statistics. I want to grow my channel. I want to grow my Instagram following. I want to grow these things. And if I don't know my numbers, I don't know what I need to do to change them. Or if I'm not tracking them, I'm just out here sort of hoping, and that's not really a plan. So I plan to notate at the beginning of each month what my subscriber count is for YouTube, what my followers are for Instagram, things like that, and then as well at the end. And that way I can sort of look over the year and see where I've ended up, right? I've got some blank pages in here because I'm not really sure what I want to do yet, or orders again. And then I have a place here for crafty ideas and inspiration. And this is one of the big reasons I chose to use the Discbound system. Is I don't know if I want these to be, I'm thinking of this kind of like a project bucket list, right? As I come up with ideas, I need a place to brain dump them and to put them all down. So when I'm going back through, I can find things that I want to make. I don't know if I want this to be a monthly section or if I want to put it at the end of my planner, maybe with an index so that I can go back and reference it, because chances are I'm going to have more ideas than time to complete them. And this will be something that carries over into the next year or years even. So I've got that in place there, several pieces of paper. But again, the benefit is I can take them out. I can add more pages in if I need them. I can reorganize it, and I'm really looking forward to that aspect as well. I do want to set up a monthly cover page for January and all the months. And I think that that's what I'm going to be including in each of the videos monthly. And so I do want to use the watercolor paper and paint something on that. And I'm getting ready to do that. And I'll probably do like a fast forward on that just so you can see the process on how that is created. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. We'll find out together. But I did draw out a monthly calendar here so I can see the entire month at a glance and put in whatever important dates I need to in there. And then I began with weekly calendars. And I want to not only notate the year over here, but I'm notating what number of week it is each week of the year. And that way I'm, keeping track of it and I sort of know where I am. I kind of like that idea of being able to say, well, week 4, this happened, or week 27, this happened. I don't know. It's something I'm trying. We'll see if it sticks. I really don't know. But then I come on out and I've decided I want to finish the whole week out because I want to have them by week. So even in January, I'm going to go into some February dates before then beginning on my February calendar intro page, my February layout, and then the February weeks, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. This is just the beginnings. This is just an idea. So let's get started with a piece of watercolor paper and let's come up with some inspiration for January.
as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. A good day to tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
All right, folks, I completed my January cover page and I just think it looks so beautiful. I used the Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen and it just gave it that feeling of, I don't know, crystalline snow. I used 2 penny black stamp sets here. One of them is Snowflake Medley, and that's this one here. And the other one is Cozy Cuppa. And I just think it's so stinking cute. I love the way it turned out and I'm very happy with it. So I now have sort of a cover page for my month of January. I haven't put anything on the back yet. I'm not sure if I want to use this as almost a monthly vision board, maybe put some inspiration things on here, or if I want to use this as a tally on what I've created. I haven't decided yet. I do have the back side of the front of the monthly calendar that's still blank as well, so I've got some room on here. Maybe I'll set some more goals on these pages that are specific to the month. I don't know yet, But what I really like about this is I have options. I have flexibility in this. And so then it just continues, like I showed you with the weeks of the month, and then we'll go on into February after that. So this is what I have so far. I just wanted to kind of walk through it with you, share with you what my goals are, what I need to, to create in this year, what I would like to achieve in this year, and, kind of keep track of it and see how this all turns out. I really don't know how this is going to work out, but I think it's going to be a fun process, and I'm really looking forward to keeping myself accountable in this way. All right, folks, that's what I've got for you today, and this very first posting of my hashtag Crafty Goals 2023 contribution to the collaboration that is hosted by Debbie Alley with Project 39 mini albums. Please check out the links in the description notes below to the products that I used. I'm telling you, if you haven't used the Country Craft Creations design paper yet, you really are in for a treat. You've got to check it out, as well as links to all of the other participants in Debbie's collab. I'm looking forward to seeing what inspires them, how they sort of are working through getting those inspirations accomplished, and what plans they're using. Part of the reason that I'm keeping mine so fluid is I'm hoping to be inspired by other crafters and other content creators, and maybe get some ideas from them that are applicable on how I would like to achieve my goals as well. I am wishing each and every one of you and your beautiful families a very healthy, a very blessed, and a joy-filled 2023. I'm so excited to be on this journey with all of you, and I want to take just one more moment to thank you all very sincerely, deeply, from the bottom of my heart, for your kind words of encouragement, for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos, for those of you that have taken the time to make comments and give me feedback. I am enormously grateful to each and every one of you. This has been such a fun journey for me. It hasn't even been a year yet since I started my YouTube channel, and it has been a fabulous year in 2022, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can learn and explore and try new things for 2023. Thank you all so much. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope you are being kind to yourselves, and I hope you are finding some joy in your journey. Thanks so much, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife, and I can feel